Hi everyone, welcome back. I don't know about you, but I'm a sucker for seeing things. People do things on videos and tutorials, and I think, that looks brilliant. And I'll rush out and I'll order the stuff, and it'll come, and I'll have a quick play, and I think I can't do it, and it just gets shoved in the cupboard. So I am now revisiting stuff that really I've spent money on, and actually I need to know how to use. So, welcome to the wonderful world of foil flakes. This is I've had this for about 3 or 4 years. I can't remember where it's from. Well, I know it's from Amazon, but I don't know the make of it. I think it's Autumn Gold, Cosmic, could be Cosmic Shimmer. If I find it on my Amazon order history, I will put it down below. So I've had this, I had a quick play, I thought, I can't do it, I can't be bothered. So it is really, if I sort of hold it up, it is like gold foil sheets shredded, lots of different colours, and it is like a box of frogs. You don't want to breathe on it, it's horrendous, it goes everywhere, but you do get, so I've had a play. I've actually sat my backside down and decided to have a go. And so that was actually on a craft tag. I don't know if you can sort of pick that up. Yeah, there we go. Which was good because I've then spotted where I've missed loads of glue, but because it's craft, it actually blends in with the colours. So I was, okay, yep, that'll do. And that one is through a stencil. No, I cheated. I've watched loads of videos. Oh, look, see, bits everywhere. It's like glitter, only worse. I cheated. I did actually go and buy the proper glue for it, and that's Cosmic Shimmer Flake and Glitter Glue. It dries tacky. I think that is the important thing. It is tacky because it doesn't dry out quickly. Therefore, you've got plenty of time to get this stuff onto it. In my impatience, as is my wont, with these two tags here, I use my stick and spray because that also dries tacky. And it's a big but, worked brilliantly on that. Through a stencil. Oh, it took about 15 minutes of scrubbing to get it off my stencil. Unless I've missed something, and I'm pretty sure somewhere along the line I've got some sticky stuff remover, but it was in the sink, in the washing up bowl, and scrubbed. So I thought today we can learn together. So I'll see if this works. Oh, the other thing, once I gave up on those, I bought some of these instead, these gold foil, not real gold, I hasten to add, metallic sheets, so like gold foil sheets. I didn't get very far with those either, so it's been very much a question of learning all over again. So I thought, okay, let's give it a go. So I had a comment on my videos yesterday about how I organise my stuff. I will put together a video next week, I'm guessing, once the kids are back at school, for how I organise all my ephemera. I am slowly swapping over to these file folders, which I'm loving, because I can see everything, although this one is nearly full, so I am going to have to, I think, reorganise a bit more and make it so I've got one for all my blanks. So tags are a brilliant place to start because they don't take much to do. So let's try a couple of different colours, not that one because I've made a start on that one. Okay, let's give that one a go. So, as I said, box of frogs and stuff. So, scrap paper. Okay, let's make some space. Okay, what we got? Paper. I probably could do with a much bigger sheet or a piece of wallpaper. I think would probably do this. It goes everywhere. Do not breathe on it, well, not heavily anyway. Okay, let's go for white. Let's see what this looks like. Now, I've not used this stuff, but the videos that I watched seem to suggest squeezing the lead out. If I can. So we'll see how we get on. Ooh, blue. Okay, I'm probably going to sound very naive, but I've not used this stuff before. Right, let's find something that's going to be relatively easy. As you can see, I take care of my stencils. Oh, I know. I really should be better with them. That way up. It's always a good start. So, now I don't want that bottom bit. So if I get rid of that. Oh, excuse me. Just tape it down there. We'll see how we get on. Oh, this is new. See, we learn together. Okay. I know you're supposed to put this on quite thinly, but it doesn't seem to be quite working with this sponge thing. I think that looks pretty good. So if I try and yep, that doesn't look too bad. What does it say? Once applied, dries to a clear tacky finish, dries completely clear. Okay, we'll see. So, I don't know about you, but I always keep tons of bits of sellotape just stuck to the corner of my desk. We'll move that before I spray it everywhere. The one thing you must do is I know it says it dries tacky, but I don't trust it. And if you're anything like me, stencils are flipping expensive nowadays. Just give it a quick, not that I looks like I've taken care of that one. Okay, now then. I don't know if you can see that, but that is probably no, there is a bit of paint on there. Let's give it a go. My fingers are now damp, which means everything is going to stick to me. So we grab some of this stuff. I think the beauty of this is, especially the mixed colours, is that you can pick bits out and have colours that you want. I'm just dabbing these on at the moment. Just that's a big chunk. And just move it around. Look at me, I sound like an expert. I've been doing it for about the last 48 hours, this stuff. Okay, there are big chunks in this. Now I use an old paintbrush, a relatively old paintbrush. Be aware, once you've used it, it's very difficult to get all the bits out. And then, hopefully, the magic occurs. Oh, I'm liking that. Like I say, these are... I'm going to put a few together because I breathed on it. My mistake. Let's get rid of some of that lot. Be aware it will take you hours to clean up after. Okay, now I can see where I didn't let that glue dry. Get rid of the chunks. Now I found actually you can be quite, not rough, but you don't need to pussyfoot around with it. Once it's stuck on the glue, but as you can see, I don't think I left that glue long enough. There you go, see, we learn together. Okay, so I think I can get a rubber on that at some point. But that, okay, I've messed up that bit. Note to oneself, let it dry first. Right, I think, look at that. This is just one of those eraser rubber, and that cleans it up a bit. Right, let's try and get all the bits off now so you can... Yep, box of frogs. I'm really pleased with that, but I should have let it dry longer. You can see where I've rubbed it, but I'm liking that. Okay. Let's sort of clean up. Ooh, it does, it flies, this stuff does. Put it out of the way. What else we got? I suppose that's the one advantage actually of stick and spray, is you don't need to let it dry. So I have a couple of things I want to try. So if I put on, this is going to be a little journal insert for, or a journal, a little notebook to go in the next journal I'm making. So if I get rid of that for a minute and put this one on, if I bring it a bit closer in, you can see what I'm up to. I've already scored it and I've blocked off the two ends that I never seem to use. So I want this young man to go in here. See, where I've got the glue on it, it's gone tacky. So figuring that I should maybe put a bit more. This is just wax paper, by the way, that I'm using on this. I think I'm probably putting it on a bit too thick. I thought this, for me, is something I've never managed to master before. And I thought, okay, the last couple of journals I've made have been quite grungy, and I haven't really had anything that I thought was appropriate. I like a bit of bling in my stuff, and I couldn't think of a way of putting bling in a grungy type journal. So this, I think, would be perfect for that. Okay, so I need to let that dry, obviously, before I get on do the next one. And let's clean this off first. I am learning. I'm learning to keep my stuff clean. Right, stand that one up to dry. And what are we going to try next? Ooh, that might be a bit of a challenge. Let's try that. So I figured if I do two at the same time, I shouldn't have so much of an impatience problem as I do with waiting for it to dry. What do you think? I think paranoid about not getting all the bits, which is probably why I'm putting too much on. I think I've probably got that covered. Okay, so I need to let that one dry. I think I might have to edit this big time. So I apologise in advance if the words are all out of sync. Okay. So that one I can see is still wet because there's still a bit of bluey purple on that one. What about this one? Just see the outline of the owl. Ah, yeah, so I can still see bits on this. I wonder actually, ooh, don't do that, sorry. Oh my life, gold leaf, well, foil. Extremely thin foil. Oh look, it does your fingers as well. Ha. So if I give this a quick shake. Ah, I can see. Where I've gone through the stencil and I've caught it on the edges, it's just slightly thicker. And that's what's taken the time to dry. Yep, same as that one. Let's give it a quick. Right, I am going to try this. As you can see, sticks to me because I've probably got glue all over my fingers. Aha! Oh look, gold leaf fingers. Do you know what? That can go back in my box. Right, let's give this a go. I am really enjoying this. Oh, we can see the outline of the owl coming. This is actually quite exciting for me as well as you, I hope. God, that sounded big-headed. I didn't mean it to. beauty of just having a play. Right, let's try getting some of this stuff off. I get a little carried away sometimes when you have that kind of eureka moment. Right, big bits I'll put to one side, little bits or, do you know what? Let's just go for this. Now I can see where the bits are supposed to be. Okay, this stuff is a bit more convoluted. All my life, I'm covering myself in them. My husband always says I have the expensive taste. Alright, I think we're as done as we're going to be. So I am going to rip this lot up and put it in my big one. So, as I have just discovered, the complete sheets take a lot longer to come apart than the little flakes, obviously. So if I get those off, and also probably because it was a lot more intricate. So there we have the owl. That's done all in one sort of sheet. And then let's give this one a go. The little dragonfly, you can see how actually it's dried now. So my problem is impatience. Now I'm going to pick out some more of the blues, I think, and the iridescent colours for this one, and the greens. Oh, don't want that. That's the thing I'm finding is there are lots of clumps in these. So whether you pull it apart as you sprinkle it on, and move it around. This is quite absorbing, this is. If I remember rightly, this stuff wasn't that expensive. I didn't buy top of the range stuff. If I can find where I got this stuff from, like I say, I'll right, now I'm going to use the softer brush just to. Oh, okay. So if you want instant results, use the flakes. I wasn't sure how this would work because there were lots of fine lines on this one. Oh, actually, that's worked really nicely. Oh, I breathed again. So let's give it a proper. Yeah, see, there are bits that haven't. I wondered how it would work with a much finer stencil. But to be fair, that's Perhaps if I used a paintbrush instead of that big sponge thing, that might have been, might have got the glue in a bit better. I don't know. No, I don't think that's worked as well. Probably because it needed a big bold pattern like that one. Although, saying that, with some other embellishments around it, or maybe that bit cut out, I'm not sure. Maybe I'm too picky. I don't know. So, there we go. We have flakes, i.e. those two. Makes a brilliant background. That was just stick and spray, because if you don't have a stencil to clean, I just put stick and spray on it and then went mad with these things. So as a background for a tag, that is superb. So we have those three there. So the chunkier stencil works better. The finer one works, but don't know. Jury's out on that one. And the foil, the sheets, like the gold leaf. That has worked. I mean, obviously this is textured paper, so it's taken on the texture of the paper. I'm not sure if you can... Ah, there we go. So it's taken on the texture of the paper as well. Right, so that one does work. So we can, yeah, those three are... I'm really happy actually with the way these have turned out, considering these were just a first time play. Okay, I'm covered. I'm messy. I know that. But this stuff is, like I said, like a box of frogs. It just goes everywhere. Excuse me. The one thing let's just try a bit of this. No, I don't want that bit. I'm not particularly careful where I put this stuff, I know that. But I don't know how this glue will work on, or if it will be too thick for book paper. Oh, that's an easier way of doing it. I need more glue. Yeah. This is where I find that my heavy-handed approach to everything doesn't quite work. No, not me. Well, I think that's pretty much covered. Let's take that off. Clean it up as best I can. A bit of tape. I think perhaps I should have... Oh no, it hasn't gone through. I wasn't sure if that would go through. I need to leave that for a minute, so bear with me while I... This video is going to be so heavily edited, so if it doesn't make sense, I apologise in advance. Right, I am just going to go and dry this for a moment and I'll be right back. Right, I've dried this away from my desk. I have used a hot air gun on it. Oh, it still feels tacky. Okay, we'll give this a go. Right, I'm not going to use the sheet because it takes too long. And I'm not sure how this is going to work. I think the idea is you're supposed to sort of move it around to get Do you know what? I'm going to add more on and pat it on tacky stuff up there until I can't actually feel any more tacky bits. I think that might be the idea. Right, I can't feel any more tacky bits, so let's try and get some of this straight back into here. Right, let's give this a go. This is what I love. This is like Christmas, sort of unwrapping presents, this is. Let's get rid of that. Ooh. I really have got to learn to be more patient and more gentle with stuff. But okay, that didn't work as well as the stick and spray did. Probably because I wasn't as good with the glue, I'm guessing. One of the cats. Although saying that, that's actually, oh, I can see some that I haven't got off down here. You can see it, it's like little sort of bumps. When you've got all the excess off, it's actually very smooth. I wasn't sure how that glue would be on old book paper. This is a book I think from the 30s. Gold plated. Oh, well, that's actually not worked too too bad. Sorry. Yeah, it hasn't come through the book page. Although the old books did tend to have a lot thicker paper. Ah, right. Well, as you can see, I've made a complete mess everywhere with this stuff, but I'm actually really happy with the way this has turned out. And yeah, I think I'm going to be sat having a play for quite a while with this stuff. So every kind of paper, every kind of angle, including myself, covered in bits. My desk, my clothes. It's like, oh. Right. I hope I've provided as much entertainment. Oh look, see, it even gold flakes the top. Wonderful. Right, I think I'm in serious need of clean-up. I know my workspace definitely is. Well, I hope you've had fun watching. And if, like me, you've got stuff stuck at the back of the cupboard, give it a go. This has been a lot of fun. When I look after kids, this is what we call messy play. You let go of all your hassles that's going on there, and you just engross yourself in this stuff. So, like I say, I've got a ton more stuff in the cupboard, which I will be dragging out over the next few weeks to have a play with, so you can have a laugh at me as I make a mess. I hope you've enjoyed watching it. I will speak to you all later. Now, you take care. Bye.